Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go from LA. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A handoff for Williams, running left. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's taken in by Kupp. This is ahead for about 5. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
It's not not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. Got Williams, and it's complete. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Going for it, it's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Working from the gun, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Watson now. He'll get this complete to Chubb.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Stafford has him on the quick hitter. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Give to Williams from the gun. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Throw complete to Williams. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action, it's Watson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They put a receiver in motion right. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36. Into a crowd, and intercepted! And the Rams get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown, LA! So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take
extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. To return, Jerome Ford. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns getting their offense out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one complete to Njoku. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Watson on 1st and 10. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Sticking to the air with Watson. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns get it down to a single point. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and he's ready to send it flying. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Got first down from the 31. Stafford from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And that's going to be batted away, incomplete, so pretty home way to wrap up our first quarter. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he's up across the 45 on a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Browns will go on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Watson to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. Anticipated that route. It was Johnny on the spot.
Back to the air, Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it! And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Now give right side to Chubb. A lot of grass ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, here's Watson. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. They give inside to Chubb. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jared Verse on the tackle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. That's caught for the first. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Ford. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Watson now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. It's a 36-yard look for him. Carlson's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Rams on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff now. Stafford finds a seam down the middle. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams need only one to take the lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 4-point lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Working from the gun, Watson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Chubb going for the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give up the middle to Ford. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Chubb here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Chubb again on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running right with Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Watson to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Ford straight ahead. And he's brought down for a loss.
Talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. No gain on 2nd and goal, so they need 10 here on 3rd.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Watson has it, 3rd and goal. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cameron Curl has it. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate, and I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
The Rams and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. That one complete to Whittington. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Cobb. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's taken in by Cup. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now Stafford again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Stafford from the gun. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To the ground with Ford. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel. 3rd down. Watson looking to throw. He's on the move. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. Man, it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Safford. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Williams. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. This time it's a passing play. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Hauled quarterback, Jordan Hicks.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Going for it, it's Williams. Shakes off a defender, and it's a foot race. To the house, touchdown LA! The Rams make it a 3-possession game. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Cardi down for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 18. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Play action, it's Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Browns driving ahead. Watson on 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Sticking to the air with Watson. He just throws this one away. Last Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working from the gun, Watson. He has the first over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hits him on the out route. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 28. That'll be complete to Ford. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. Pass caught, 9-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Watson. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustments to make during the break. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Watson to the air. On the move, headed right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. He'll get this to Tillman. And he works this to the 38 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Chubb. Oh, stiff arm. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Motioning him from the slot right. They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. To throw, here's Watson. Chubb brings it in. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So the Browns are going to going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. On 1st down, here's Stafford. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Motion man sent left. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw, here's Stafford. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Browns pick it up! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now give right side to Chum. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's a counter give to Chum. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Chubb. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Watson looking to throw. He beams one deep right. He's got it deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Smith on the return. Look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Rams ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Got Williams, and it's complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that 1st down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Stafford now on first down. That one complete to Higbee. And he's got it up to midfield and into Brown's territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 46. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Stafford from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Stafford. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And they'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got third and 12. Out of the gun, here's Watson. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They fake the handoff now. Stafford toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. To throw, Stafford. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams lead by 15 now. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Watson now off play action. Bails out. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Watson. He'll get this complete to Chubb. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Browns are lining up to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Rams headed out to the field now. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Now Stafford to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
The Rams are set to punt. They could really use a good one here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They give inside to Chubb. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Watson dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. They try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Watson. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The home team's back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford now. It's taken in by Williams. Pushing it up past the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Cup on the catch. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Caught the motion man left. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. He sends this one to the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Man in motion here. Now Stafford again. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Give to Williams from the gun. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Sly's kick is up and good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it.